about 10 years ago, I was back in Davenport, Iowa, and I was like, well, what can I believe in? And I was really, it was a belief system at that point. What can I work towards that I believe in 100%? And what do I want to do with my time and focus my career on? And I was like, well, um, out of all the things I had been influenced by, chiropractic was one of those things that I was just like really spellbound by, that it had such a potential to help people and was so misunderstood. And I was like, if I can give this profession more clarity and I can teach people how to understand the profession with a different way. I mean, that's the thing, is like the big idea is something that's been established for a long time. If people don't know what that is you tell one person, they tell the next, we get a healthy city, healthy state, healthy country, healthy world type thing. It's like a chiropractic utopia. But when I was thinking about working in a chiropractic office, I was like, man, everybody here understands it because we educate them. But if I went across the street to the sandwich shop and I said, hey, who knows what a subluxation is? See, it would go on deaf ears, because the conversation of what the profession is to the conversation of what the public understands are two different things.
Right. And
so we need to do a better job.
Right. And I believe, and I know I see you this way. I see you as a bridge between the chiropractic profession and the public, because there's a loss of communication, there's a mistranslation in there somewhere, or there's a misperception in there, and that, we can call that a subluxation in itself. Though you're helping share the story, help clarify what the truth is or what chiropractic really is delivering.
You know, I believe we take a very unbiased approach. I mean, we are advocates for the profession, so there's that bias. But we take a very unbiased approach when we get a chance to talk to the chiropractors.
There's a little one, they're home.
But, being able to talk to the different chiropractors. I mean, we've done 600 interviews in the past 2 years. So when you get that type of volume of work, you're going to start understanding some things about the profession when it comes to their self-esteem, when it comes to their success, when it comes to their education market. So we've been able to understand chiropractic as almost like an analyst. And I do think that there is a bridge that needs to be gapped between what the chiropractor thinks and does for their group of chiropractors to meeting the actual public out there and say, this is what we do. I know you don't know where to go or who to trust, but we can help you. Right. And I think once we connect that dot, now we have success in the chiropractic profession. We take the power back and the profession becomes stronger than the education resource.
Right, exactly. And it's a game of awareness, it's a game of information and knowledge. And I know you're helping chiropractors themselves understand that better to communicate, because sometimes we get lost in the knowledge and the book stuff and how to deliver and run a business and all the things that need to be worn. There's a lot behind the scenes that the average person doesn't know. Though I do believe that business people understand the complications that go on in managing a business. So anyway, moving forward. So Jim, now that you have 10 years ago, you've decided to serve chiropractic, work in the chiropractic field in some manner, in some way. And now where was some of that struggle? Where were you having a difficult time making that breakthrough before Chiro Hustle became, the name that it is now and the notoriety that it has now? What was some of the harder times for you? Where were you stuck? And I ask this question because, like many people, including myself, we have these moments in life where things tend to be going well, and then there's all these roadblocks. And then something has to happen. And then once that happens, there's a breakthrough into that next level of greatness of who you are. So what were some of the things that you had to do to overcome those challenges in your life?
Well, I talk about this in some of the speaking engagements that I get, and I tell this $3 story. Okay. And it was December 24th, 2015. I was in Denver, Colorado, right by the University of Denver. They call it DU. and I'm a stone's throw from the college, and I've been living here now for the past month, past year or so in this little 700 square foot apartment, and I'd been working at an office as a tech about 3 miles away, and I was driving the same thing every day, and I got to the point where we weren't becoming profitable as a practice, and I felt like my contribution was I was doing a lot of goodwill for the place, but I wasn't making a lot more money. So I had to figure out if I was going to stick around in the chiropractic clinic arena, or if I was going to step out. And I talked to my best friend back in Davenport, Iowa, who's a professional musician. He's like, dude, you're really good at scheduling people in. Why don't you just branch off and start your own thing? He's like, because if that's what I did, he's like, I'm a musician, and I branched off and started my own thing, and now I have my own like tour circuit that I follow, and I have all these private clients that take care of me, and I just go out there and play for people. He goes, why don't you just base what you do on chiropractic marketing and create a little circuit that you can go on and get clients and go out there and do what you're best at and help them. And I was like, okay. So I was going to take the whole month of January of 2016 off, and I realized I was going to run out of money, and I was either going to have to go back home to Davenport, Iowa, to said best friend musician's house and live in his attic that was unfinished, or I was going to go back to bartending, which I did for a decade before I got into chiropractic. So I was crossing the roads as to, am I going to go sell chiropractic? Am I going to go back home and wave the white flag of surrender? Or am I going to go out there and sell chiropractic, which my best friend tells me I should do? So the $3 story narrative goes into this. I got enough events between January 12th, 2016 and February 1st, 2016 to pay my bills and stay in my 700 square foot apartment with $3 left to my name. So that's a huge struggle, I would say. And before I knew it, I had 30 clients.
Wow.